Yes. Um, just want to analyze um, a particular thought or thinking, I should say, in a attitude. What this entails is that I always say that society is under social reconstruction, where our feelings are becoming desensitized, our thought demoralized, our attitude dehumanized, and our communication devitalized, and our activity destabilized, and our thinking, you know, and our thinking. The dehumanization process when it comes to the attitude, which makes one become very incoherent. Um, there are many sporting events, you know, and I liken unto some will call it the placebo games, making believe everything is all right when it's not all right. Very sedative, you know. It's like it seduce you into, into into fame, and being noticed, being valued, and that's okay. That's okay. But just the thinking in the dehumanization process of the disconnect and the manipulating techniques of a certain type of thinking and attitude and behavior, I should say, it's really been it has taken its course. It really has taken its course. Only because there's teammates that play together. They have a prize. And they still with the influence, a good influence. And they say that they may play together, the key word play, and it's a game, and they get notoriety for the game, and they get rewarded for the game financially, and they get rewarded for their effort, the hard work that they put in as an individual, but then as a team, chemistry, yes. And they are coached into into saying that we want to, if they are at a certain level, collegiate or otherwise, they say we want to play, you know, we're playing for each other, because they're playing with each other, playing with each other, it's almost like something that is horizontal, yes, and something that is being, spread, likened unto, a foundation, the height, the depth, and the width. And so something must bring closure to this here. Is that the one a teammate would say, well, our coach say that, man, if we win this, we will always be remembered. Very, it doesn't have nothing to do with your character, your morality. What does that have to do with it? It's just you want to be a hero. You want to be famous. You want to be known. Yeah. But it has thrown us off. A path of thinking correctly when it comes to a meaningful life, because someone says about, when it comes to, you can't separate human excellence from right living. Well, we say who's living right, but we talk about a meaningful life, a life full of meaning. And has been this athletic field, this game, sport and play, has been channel for people to, to at least live a feel as though that they have meaning in life. They have it, meaning in life. But this is my point. I know I'm believing everything. But if you play for each other, and you're playing with each other, and then you're playing against the other team and against each other, and there is a prize or a aim or a goal is to win a reward or a championship, right? Why not? That can translate, not saying it hasn't, and the aim is accountability. And what did I mean by that? I know I'm believing it, but there is something to the fact that someone will play for each other and they have even a Super Bowl 52, 55. How long can you keep going saying 52, 55, 56, 57? How many championships can you continue to play when it comes to sport and play where people are still suffering and dying and people are still being exploited? Huh? It just don't make sense. I'm telling you, man, this mentality, it is this thinking, man, it has been exhausted. I'm telling you, man, you can't keep going but so far. How far can you go? With 50 Super Bowl 55, with championship 13, 14. How far can you go? Do you need, do people really need this heroic or a hero outside of themselves to give them value? When righteousness is a win-win situation. Now, we're looking at a situation where people are affected by certain things, and they would say, well, due to a disease or so forth and so on, that biological disease that affects people. But what about what affects people when they aren't able to know if they're going to pay for their Medicaid or they're going to pay for their rent? You know what I'm saying? You don't think that affects people? Yes. Someone has been continuing to manipulate the minds of people that they're placing the wrong value on things that is temporary, that is meaningless, rather than meaningful when it comes to human dignity and human life. Man, you can't go but so far. How much money do you need? How much notoriety do you need? How much fame do you need? How much fortune do you need? How much attention do you need? How much? How many champions? How many Super Bowls can it be? How many? While the people are still suffering, man. They're still being exploited. We got to use the platform correctly, man. Someone would say enough of that until everybody can live a decent quality life. All this athletic stuff, sport and play should stop. And any government official that is continuing to perpetuate and promote foolishness, there should be a halt, a stop to that.